Oh, yes, it's on the record. Thank you so much for coming today, guys. Now we're doing the abdominal area. And this one, you have to be patient, like I was saying, because these are very thin muscles that are layered on each other like that. So we kind of look for a spot, this one, where we kind of sort of remove this connective tissue. Do you see how when I remove the connective tissue, it reveals itself even more? Do you see how I don't just go ahead and cut when I don't see what I'm doing? You don't do that. You first of all, if you can't see, you have to do something else to make it work, you know. Because so what we want to do is we kind of use our sub-dissection skills a little bit, just to pick on it. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I sometimes try to do, being like that. Then I kind of, and then I use this. Is it on the camera? Yes, it's on the camera. No, thank you. That's why there's what's called a scrub nurse. And you know what the scrub nurse will do? When the doctor is doing surgery, make sure all the dissection, the surgical instruments, not dissection, because that would be a cat, okay? The human is the surgical instruments. So they're there so that, and then when the doctor says this, and then the nurse will give him, so that he's just performing his job and stuff like that. And then the surgical nurse is very important. You know why? Because before they close up the patient, you got to make sure that all the instruments you started with are outside. Because you could easily switch the scissors closed, and it has happened. Yeah. So you got to know how many surgical instruments you started off with at the beginning, and you count them, make sure that all of, you might, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, this is why you need to, you see what I'm saying? So all these things, you think you're just doing it here, but it's important. You're going to be using it when you'll be working on me. You'll be doing surgery on me. Because some of you guys will end up being there was one of my students was my nurse when I went to my physical. I was like, oh, crap. There you were. Yeah. You see? And I was like, you see, I told you. I told you that you guys, you are the next generation. You're the next doctors and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm doing now? What I'm doing, this is the external oblique. You see how it's going at an oblique even like that. You see? And then below it will be the internal oblique. You notice I say the name twice because it's the same name, okay? So there that is. But did you see, I had to kind of make sure that I'm getting do you see how I'm cutting the muscle, the connective tissue away from the muscle? You know, it's okay to do that. I don't want to cut it right on there, so I end up cutting my muscle instead. You understand? It's more important to make sure that the muscles are intact, you know, than to cut it right on the muscle. Okay, so that's how that's working. Oh, man. Do you see how I use my probe to gain access? And then I do this. And then I do that. You see how it peels off? You see the cobwebs again, Halloween, you know. And it so happens that it's Halloween. People have put decorations on their houses, and I don't bother to do it, like I said, because I got my spiders at work right now, making my web. So I don't have to worry about it. So now I go here. Please, today we might just go over a little bit because I want to do everything. Those cobwebs, they make it look really nice. So it's on the record. We'll get another holiday in November, right? Veterans Day. Yeah, I like holidays. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait. Because, man, this has been a busy semester, you know. So we do that. We peel it off like a banana on the 26th. What's happening on the 26th? Is it your birthday? Oh, my excellent friends, did you see now? Did you see being so I'm gonna peel this off to the middle. Oh my God, do you see how it's looking? So do you see, my good friends? Are you listening now? Looky here, there's a division right here. So this one here, that is all this is the six-pack muscle. The one that forms, this is the rectus abdominis. Do you see how it's straight like this? So the muscles, the fibers are going straight. Are you guys listening to me right now? Yes. Thank you so much. This is the rectus abdominis, and this is the one that forms the six-pack. Like when you say, watch for six-pack, you know, like I've got a one-pack.
I got one too.
I got one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna fix it though. I'm gonna get it. One day, you know, I'm not in a hurry about it. I'm nice to myself. You know what I'm saying? I like myself. You gotta be kind to yourself. You gotta forgive yourself sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah. You just gotta forgive yourself sometimes. So this one, if I put a pin right here in the middle, and you can see the lines there for the six-pack. So it's got 1, 2, 3, and then on the other side, 1, 2, 3, six-pack. Okay.
Can you face it upwards so you can see it on the camera later?
Yes, I'm facing it up right now. Okay. So
Oh, sorry.
rectus abdominis, and then here, and I'm gonna sort of be going to this. You see how this one here, and it's also got kind of different orientation. Mm-hmm. So this is the transverse abdominis. You see how it's going like this, and this is going straight up like that. Okay, and so this is the from here to here, transverse abdominis, and this here is the internal oblique. You see, and this one is external.
Okay.
So this one, you see how the external doesn't cover all of the internal oblique, it kind of falls short. You see, so when you peel it off like that, you reveal it and you can see where it starts. So all of this, if I put a pit anywhere here, it's going to be internal oblique. This one, external oblique, and this one, transverse abdominis, and this rectus means erect, straight. Rectus abdominis. So normally I usually pick 2 muscles in this zone because there's only 4, right?
Yeah.
And they have to be either an abdominis one or an oblique one.
For the humans, isn't it just a layer? Isn't it external, then internal, then
They also, it's like that as well in the human. It's internal oblique and the external oblique, and it's going at different angles to do the back. And then the six-pack muscle is also oriented just like that, where you have them in there, and then you have the external oblique, internal oblique in there, and the transverse abdominis is going to be in there, kind of attaching the rectus abdominis in the middle, the six-pack and the outside ones.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's why it's internal oblique, external oblique, rectus abdominis, and transverse abdominis. It's the same in the human. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, my good friends. So did you see what I did? So let's go one more time, and then we close off this abdominal area muscles. External oblique being oblique, internal oblique, abdominis, transverse abdominis, rectus abdominis. So you're gonna get all the muscle names here. So my good friend.